Warning, Prospect Watch is not your average hockey podcast, and that's okay with us. Our goal is to introduce you to stars in the making from all over the world. They may not be household names yet, but we assure you they will be soon enough. Welcome to Prospect Watch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of Prospect Watch with your host, Lance Green.
All right, guys. Hello and welcome back to Prospect Watch, a podcast that focuses solely on the discovery and promotion of some of the best young talent in the game today from all reaches of the world. As Steel, my co-host, alluded to in the opening, I'm your host, Lance Green, and in this episode, we will be trying to shed light on a prospect who I think a lot of people are sleeping on right now. And that prospect is none other than forward Jordan Gavin of the WHL's Braden Wheat Kings. Jordan, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Man, it's our pleasure to have you on for sure.
For sure, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, if you're not familiar with Jordan or his game, let me fill you in a bit. All right. When a team inserts Gavin into their lineup, they're getting a player who just gets things offensively. All right. And what I mean by that is while other players his age are quick to rush a play and just get the puck off their stick, Jordan is more meticulous. All right. From the moment he carries the puck across the blue line into the offensive zone, Gavin starts to analyze the situation and judge whether a scoring chance is there or not. And if one is not there, he'll circle away from the defenders that are putting pressure on him and set up and wait patiently for something else to develop. And when on a fast break without the puck on his stick, you can rest assured Gavin has the vision necessary to dip in behind oblivious defenders to set himself up for an easy put in, guys. I swear, Steel, man, this kid, if I was an NHL executive and this kid's still on the board, I'm taking him. Taking him, man. This kid I want him to run my power play if I'm an NHL executive. I want him to be out there. He's just offense all day long. All right.
Jordan, can you tell he's a little bit? Can you tell?
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right, just a little bit. Wait, hey, look, he's an old goalie. So, I mean, the fact that he's getting this pumped about a forward, hey, that says something, right? And I think it also says something about the fact that you're on the show here with us, too, as well. So, thank you very much for being on here. By the way, folks, if you like what we do, please hit the like and subscribe, man. We would really, really appreciate that. And very much thank you to the Wheat Kings and also to you, Jordan, for jumping on here, man. We really appreciate that. All right, we're going to jump into some questions. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. All right, first question. So we're going to take you back to 2021 and what it was like being drafted by the Tri-City Americans second overall.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a cool experience. That whole year was really cool to kind of be a part of. Obviously, it's really special when you get the chance to be drafted, and to go number 2 is just such a humbling feeling. And yeah, just that whole process was awesome. And then just kind of reaching out to Tri-City, and they reached out to us, and it was definitely a really cool situation to be a part of.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. We're hoping to hear your name called later again here this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So, all right. So our fans get a little bit better idea of who you are as a player more than what I just said. Can you give us a guy in maybe the NHL that you find yourself watching and or trying to implement parts of their game into your own?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was kind of hard to kind of find a certain player, but I really like watching like Kucherov and Marner, guys like that, just kind of how they see the game and how smart they are, and just kind of the plays they make is really cool to watch. And I definitely would say I try and integrate most of my stuff from them, and those are kind of the main guys I look out for.
Woo, boy! All right, and then, but you know what though? You know what though, Jordan? I can see it. Because you have that high hockey IQ, and you're able to just And it just seems like the puck is on a string for you, man. So I can definitely see why you would say that. So, all right, you came to the Wheat Kings mid-season via trade, right? So tell us what it was like learning a new system and getting to know a whole new group of guys.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely different, but they were really good to me, and I kind of fit in right away. And obviously, credits to Marty and the organization and Brandon. They made me feel like right at home right away. So it was definitely easy to make that transition. And obviously, it's going to be tough to get used to the new system right away and used to how guys play. But I think I fit in pretty good, and I felt like I kind of got a hang of it really quick. So I think it was really good, and it was pretty easy for me to make that transition just because they made it so easy for me.
Awesome, awesome.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. So we talked, in depth about your abilities in the offensive zone, but I think one of the biggest improvements you've made this season was in the defensive zone. Seeing that you were a plus player for the first time this season. So do you find this to kind of be a fair assessment? And if you think so, tell us what kind of skill set did you work on? What kind of drills did you do to kind of, change that mindset and be more aware defensively?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a thing when you get older, you just kind of learn your defensive habits and you're in better positions all the time. I think with age that kind of comes. As a young player, obviously, that's kind of the one critique everyone gives you is just kind of work on your defensive zone. So, yeah, I mean, in the summers, just doing takeaway drills and just positionally kind of reading off defenders and seeing where to be and stuff like that. So I think just kind of working on small little details in your defensive game is huge for me at least in the summer. So obviously that was big for me heading into this season, and I felt like I made a pretty good improvement. So I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, for sure. We've been watching you since before last year and seeing that improvement as well too. So okay, so your coach Marty Murray, talk to me about what maybe he's instilled into your game with his kind of NHL journeyman experience playing in Philadelphia, close to where we are. What has he instilled in your game? What has he done for you?
I think just trying to help me become a more consistent player. I think that's kind of been the big focus with me and Marty so far. He's been really good. Obviously, lots of pro experience, NHL experience. He's kind of been through it all, so he knows what it's all about. And yeah, we're just kind of working on trying to be more consistent and kind of just bring it every game.
I'll say, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So as Steele said, I was a goalie, and I always led my team in penalty minutes, fighting majors, and suspensions. So I have to ask you, how the heck do you keep your composure out there to not take a single penalty over the last two seasons? Because I couldn't go like a period without getting a penalty. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know, to be honest. Like it just kind of happens. Like I feel like I'm smart with my stick, and I don't know. I don't really want to put my team on the penalty kill. Obviously, I think it's a bit of luck too. Like I don't even know how it's really possible, but I just try and be smart about it, and yeah, I guess it ends up in zero penalty minutes. So that's all I can say.
Yeah, yeah. Steele, he's got four total
Yeah,
PIMs.
no, I know.
Four total PIMs in parts of 4 seasons. That means he's averaging one penalty minute a season.
One penalty minute. That's
One penalty minute a season.
a season.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Man.
hard to explain.
Okay, all right.
The
But you know
teams are
what
gonna
though?
love that. I mean, you know what I mean. They're not out to get the guys who are getting all those big penalty minutes and costing the team time in the box and being on the penalty kill. So it's a good
Yeah.
it's a good habit to have. I know
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
coach made me skate a lot of laps and all kinds of stuff when I would get him suspended because I
Yeah.
got so many penalty minutes. But yeah,
Man. All right. See, now you understand now what I have to deal with here, Jordan, right? Right. Dealing with this goalie. Okay.
Yeah.
And man, I'll tell you. But here's the thing though, that's a detail that maybe a lot of teams and a lot of general managers are going to be looking at,
Mhm.
to see what kind of a player you are. You're like, oh man, this guy doesn't have any penalty minutes. Like, all right, well,
Right.
cool. So
Yeah.
keep going. Don't change. Right? You just keep doing what you're doing. It's working. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it ain't broke,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I used to be a chef, professional chef, trained in everything. And during this past season, what was your favorite pre-game meal? And what's the first meal you're looking forward to when you get home to mom and dad for a little while?
Yeah. My pregame meal or when I was in Tri City, I had the same thing every pregame. It was chicken and rice. It was just my billets did a really good job of making good chicken and rice and having it prepared on time basically every game. So I would say that would be my favorite meal. Just yeah, it was really good, and they're really good with getting me ready.
Okay.
And then I would say probably uh, my favorite meal at home is just a standard spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, there
Um,
you go.
yeah, just can't go wrong with that. My
Okay.
dad makes a really good sauce, so I was
Ah,
definitely excited to get back to that again.
okay. Okay. Now that you're now in Brandon, now what are you finding to try to eat there now?
Uh, I've been kind of bouncing between pasta and chicken and rice. It's
Okay.
pretty standard, I feel like, for hockey players, but I've just been kind of rotating between those since I've been there, and yeah,
Okay.
it's been good.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
All right. So, with the season coming to a close, obviously, and all that, um, what do you find yourself doing in the off season? Do you have time away from the rink at all, or are you just staying at your craft? What do you like to do away from the rink?
Yeah, I'm just right now kind of taking time off the ice. I think that's pretty big. I mean, it's a really long season, so it's good to give your body a rest. So, not too much time off though. I'd say like 2 or 3 weeks, just kind of let the body recover. But I'm back to the gym, just trying to stay in shape and not get too out of it. So when I come back to going hard and training in the off season, I'm just kind of would be able to get right back into it. So yeah, I'd say that's kind of like my plan, just near the
Okay.
end of the season.
What are you doing for fun though? I mean, you're back home. You got some time off now. You swinging any golf clubs, or what are you into?
Yeah, I'm not a big golfer, but
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. Just kind of, it's always nice to be around the family, just hanging out around the family. Like to go camping. We always try and go camping in the summers, so that's fun. And yeah, I think just mainly just hanging out and hanging out with
Just
friends,
being
going to the
home.
beach, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
being
Yeah,
home.
just kind
Yeah,
of just
enjoying that.
being home. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, there you go. I mean, especially with everything that's happened to you this year with the trade and everything like that, and so all right, that's and you have a much better appreciation for that now, right? Being home.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely different being in three different environments in a year. No beaches in Winnipeg, so
Oh,
uh,
No,
no.
not so
no,
much.
definitely, yeah, definitely appreciate being home a little bit more. But
Okay, good deal.
yeah,
All right, so now my last question for you, and that's this: what would you tell the players that are coming up behind you that want to be where you are? What would you tell those players?
I think the biggest thing is just enjoy it. I mean, junior hockey is some of the best years of your life. Like, I've had some of my favorite memories, like just in my whole lifetime playing junior hockey, and just the relationships you build, and obviously you're doing what you love, playing hockey. So I mean, there's kind of no better time, and you get to do it kind of for a living. You're getting paid a little bit to do it too, which is always good. But I think just enjoy it, and I mean, it's the best time of your life. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay. So my last question. If you haven't yet, I'm sure you soon will be receiving calls from NHL executives and all that. And I don't want to know who's calling or whatever, texting you, whatever like that. That's for you to keep to yourself. But let's pretend for a second I'm an NHL executive and I ask, you the age-old question on, why should I pick you over a couple other names that I have on my list?
I think just my passion for the game. It's kind of been my thing ever since I've been a kid, and it's been my whole life. I just feel like I have so much passion for the game, and it's kind of, I feel like it separates me, and I feel like I go about it smartly. Like I feel like like I'm realistic with my goals, and I feel like I know where I want to be, and I know with my passion I can take it there. And yeah, I think just my passion, my drive, and yeah, I think and then everything else kind of comes with it. So
I can't disagree with you on that at all, man, because the passion is there, and then you bring along quite the skill set. You know what I'm saying? So that's quite an attractive feature, I think, with a lot of NHL teams out there. So, knock knock knock. If you're listening, hello. Check out this guy right here.
Right.
Right? Okay. Well, Lance, I'll tell you what. I think we got a really good one here, man. Thank you so very much, Jordan, for hopping on here, man. We really appreciate it.
for sure, guys. Thanks for having me.
Awesome, awesome. Lance, thank you for all you do here.
Yes. I appreciate it, guys. Another great show. Look for this young man this summer, come draft time, to see where he ends up. And, of course, maybe next season back with the Wheat Kings.
For sure, for sure. By the way, we would like to keep in touch here with you, Jordan. So, let us know what happens, and we'll be watching you for sure, man. Though, thank you very much for hopping on.
For sure, guys. It was fun.
Awesome. I'm your co-host, Ron SteelFlyers, and this has been Prospect Watch, and we will catch you all on the next episode.